August 20th, 1989, Beverly Hills, California. A picture-perfect summer night shattered by screams. Inside a mansion on North Elm Drive, horror unfolded. Jose and Kitty Menendez lay dead. They had been brutally murdered. The couple's sons made a frantic 911 call. The scene was chaotic. The brutality shook seasoned investigators. 15 shotgun blasts painted a picture of rage. Initial speculation leaned towards a mob hit. Jose Menendez had enemies in the music industry, but something didn't add up. No signs of forced entry, no valuables taken. Could this be a crime of passion? The investigation was just beginning. The mansion now stood as a testament to a horrifying crime. Who could have committed such a heinous act? The answer lay buried beneath family secrets and a twisted tale of love, money, and murder. In the wake of the murders, Lyle and Eric, the seemingly grief-stricken sons, became the objects of both sympathy and scrutiny. They were young, wealthy, and now, tragically orphaned. But as weeks turned into months, their behavior began to raise eyebrows. Their lavish spending sprees stood in stark contrast to their supposed mourning. Lyle, the elder brother, purchased expensive cars, designer clothes, and even a restaurant. Eric, the quieter of the two, hired a full-time tennis coach and traveled to tournaments around the world. Their extravagant lifestyle raised red flags. Where was all this money coming from? The answer was simple: their parents' considerable estate. Whispers of suspicion began to circulate. The brothers' behavior seemed less like grief and more like a celebration of newfound freedom. Investigators started to look closer at Lyle and Eric, piecing together their movements in the days leading up to the murders. They uncovered a trail of credit card receipts and eyewitness accounts that contradicted the brothers' alibis. The net was closing in, and a shocking truth was about to be revealed. The investigation took a dramatic turn when detectives received a tip from an unexpected source. Dr. Jerome Oziel, Eric Menendez's therapist. Eric, consumed by guilt and paranoia, had confessed his darkest secret to Dr. Oziel. He and Lyle had killed their parents. These chilling confessions were not just shared with the therapist but also with his mistress, Judalon Smith. Fearing for her safety and suspicious of Oziel's motives, Smith went to the police, revealing the existence of audio recordings of the brothers' confessions. The tapes became the centerpiece of the investigation, but their admissibility in court was hotly contested. A fierce legal battle ensued over doctor-patient confidentiality. Could the prosecution use these tapes obtained without the brothers' consent as evidence? The legal wrangling went on for months, further fueling the media frenzy surrounding the case. The tapes held the potential to blow the case wide open, but their fate, and the brothers' future, hung precariously in the balance. Section 4. The Media Circus, and the Trials of the Menendez Brothers. The Menendez brothers' trials became a media sensation. The case had all the elements of a Hollywood thriller: wealth, privilege, murder, and a family torn apart. Cameras captured every twist and turn of the legal proceedings. The prosecution painted a picture of cold-blooded greed. They argued that Lyle and Eric meticulously planned the murders. The defense claimed the brothers acted in self-defense after years of abuse. The trials were emotionally charged, with tearful testimonies. The jury faced conflicting accounts. Were they cold-blooded killers or victims driven to desperate measures? The first trials ended in hung juries. The nation was captivated, waiting for a resolution. Section 5. Guilty verdicts and life behind bars. The second trial, held without the presence of cameras, brought with it a different outcome. The judge ruled that evidence of sexual abuse was inadmissible, dealing a major blow to the defense's case. The jury, presented with a more limited scope of evidence, reached a unanimous verdict: guilty on all counts of first-degree murder. Lyle and Eric Menendez, the once privileged sons of Beverly Hills, were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The brothers, separated by prison walls, began serving their sentences, their story seemingly at an end. But the Menendez case, with its tangled web of family secrets and conflicting narratives, continued to fascinate and spark debate. The brothers' claims of abuse, while ultimately not convincing the jury, resonated with some who saw their case as a tragic example of the devastating consequences of family violence. The Menendez brothers became symbols of a justice system grappling with the complexities of abuse, wealth, and media scrutiny. Section 6. A glimmer of hope, new evidence, and the fight for resentencing. Years passed, and the Menendez brothers faded from public consciousness. True crime podcasts and documentaries revived their case. A new generation questioned the fairness of their trial. New evidence, including Eric's letter, emerged. A former Menudo member accused Jose Menendez of abuse. These revelations cast new light on the case. The district attorney recommended resentencing. The Menendez brothers' saga continues to grip us.